Hello student, Science second third chapter life processes in living organism part 2. Next topic is sexual reproduction in human being. In that first topic is human male reproductive system. Human male reproductive system consists of testes, various ducts and glands. In human reproductive system, male reproductive system, it consists of testes, various there are various type of ducts and various types of glands. As you see in the diagram, testes are these are the testes. Testes are present in the scrotum, which are outside the abdominal cavity. These testes contains numerous semiferous epithelial tissue cell which are tubular, that is called as the germinal epithelial cells. Means in testes germinal epithelial present in the tubules, means you can say that in testes there are numerous semiferous tubes. In testes there are numerous semiferous tubes, and in that tube there are germinal epithelial cells. That germinal epithelial cells, by the process of meiosis, produce sperms. In these sperms, which are germinated in the germinal epithelial, these sperms are sent forward through various tubules. They are sent ahead, pushed forward by various tubes. Sequence of these tubes are that the sperm produced in the epithelial germinal epithelial, they go first go into the rete testes, they go into the vas deferens, then ejaculatory ducts, then urinogenital ducts. Means in this way the sperm push forward from one duct to next duct, and during the transfer from one duct to one duct it become mature and able to fertilize the ovum. When sperm push forward from one duct to other, a semi-vesicle, here you can see in the male reproductive organ, this is the semi-vesicle, which secretes some secretion in ejaculatory ducts, and there are Cowper glands and protest glands which secretes some secretion that goes to the urogenital duct. This secretion and sperm, when combined in the urogenital duct, they form semens. All the secretion from copper glands, ejaculatory glands, seminal vesicles, protest gland, when these secretions and sperm meet in the urogenital ducts, they combinedly form the semens. Due to the Siemens, the sperm can transfer from one place to other place. Later, the semen is ejaculated by the penis into the female's reproductive system. So as you've seen that in the male reproductive system, all the organs are in pair. Testes are in pair, vast differences are in pair, means all epididymis is pair in pair, except all mean in male reproductive system all the organs are in pair except urinogenital duct, penis and scrotum. Urogenital duct, penis and scrotum, except that all the organ present in the human reproductive system are found in pair. Some surprising fact of male reproductive system is given. Length of each epididymis is about 6 meters. Length of sperm is about 60 micrometer. And so see, sperms are very small, only 60 micrometer. Such sperms has to, when it travel from one duct to other duct, it has to cross a distance of approximately 6.5 meter while passing out from male reproductive system. For passing from one duct to other duct, sperms need large amount of energy. For this purpose, fructose is present in the semen. Semen needs lot of energy, which come from the fructose energy is come from the fructose which is present in the semen. Sperms need energy. Sperm is present in the semen and the fructose is also present in the semen. The fructose which present in the semen give energy to the sperms. Now next topic is the human female reproductive system. All the human female reproductive systems are in abdominal cavity. In female reproductive system, there are pair of ovaries, pair of oviducts, a single uterus and vagina. These are the organ of the female reproductive system. What are they? Pair of ovaries, pair of these are the two pair of ovaries. This is the oviduct, pair of oviducts. This is the uterus and this is the vagina. Beside this, a pair of bulbourethral gland is also present in the female reproductive system. In ovary, there are millions of ovules. In both ovary, there are millions of ovules, means egg. That is also called as the oocytes, means female gametes. In ovary, there are millions of ovules or oocytes or egg cells. तीनों का एक ही नाम. It is also called as ovules. It is also called as oocyte. It is also called as the egg cells. And from the ovary, every month, one ovum is released into the abdominal cavity from each ovary alternatively. 1 month इस ovary से आएगा, in other month this will come from second ovary. Ovary is connected to oviduct. This is the oviduct. Oviduct has free opening which is funnel like. An opening present at the center of it. opening is present at center of it. In oocytes, that is egg cell, enter the oviduct through this opening, and there are cilia hair-like structure present in the air inner surface of the oviduct, which push the oocyte towards the uterus. So these are the structure of male and female reproductive system. Now gamete formation. Gamete means you know that in male reproductive system there is a male gamete, in the female reproductive system is the female gamete. Male gamete is called as the sperm, and female gamete is called as the ovum, या oocyte या egg cells. Both the gametes are formed by the process of meiosis. As you know that sperms are produced in the testes of male reproductive system. When this sperm is produced in the male reproductive system, production of sperm started in the testes of men in the beginning of their menstruation, and at the age of puberty. Age of puberty means 30-14 years age, when their child is up to 13 or 14 15 years old. That age is called as the maturation age or puberty age. So in that age the testes start producing sperms, and it produces sperm till the death of the man. How in the case of women, there is no production of ovules or oocyte after the birth. At the time of birth, there are 2 to 4 millions or immature ovules or oocytes are present in the female female's ovary. When girl child start growing, at the age of puberty, age of maturity at like 13 to 14 15 years old, these immature oocyte gets mature, and after the age at the beginning of maturity, the one egg started releasing from every month into the uterus. This process is up to age of this process will be continue up to age of menopause. Age of menopause means approximately 45 years age, when the secretion of hormones controlling the function of female reproductive system stops, that becomes irregular, that is called as the that causes the menopause. So up to 40 to 55 years, every month one mature oocyte released into the oviduct from the ovary. Now what is the now next topic is fertilization. Fertilization is the formation of zygote by the union of sperm and ovum. In human, fertilization is internal process. Semen is ejaculated in vagina during the copulation. In semen there are few millions of sperms which started their journey by vagina to uterus to oviduct. One of those few million sperm fertilized with only one ovum present in the oviducts. As you know that menopause, from the age of puberty up to menopause, and from the 10 to 17 years age to 45 to 50 years age, ovum is released in every month from the ovary. But there are 2 to 4 million ovules, means During from puberty to menopause, approximately 400 oocytes is released into the ovary, released from the ovary. Remaining oocytes undergo degeneration. When the fertilization takes place, now how the birth child develop. Before that, some points are given to remember you. As you know that oocytes, ovules released from ovary during the every month from the ovary to the oviducts and uterus. But when female reaches the age of 40 to 50 years, if in that age oocyte is released into the ovary, means this oocyte is 40 to 50 years old. Their ability to divide do the meiosis, cell division diminished till now. Due to this, they are not capable of doing the complete mitotic division. In such way, if these oocytes get fertilized, the newborn which is produced will may have some abnormalities like Down syndrome like that. As you know that there are chromosomes in our genes, they are in pairs. In human, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. That is means there are 46 chromosomes. In that 22 pairs are autosomes, means which do the growth of the body, and one pair is called as the sex chromosomes, means which do the reproduction. If you see in men and women, 22 pairs are autosomes and one pair is 22 pairs are autosomes, means 44 chromosomes are autosomes and one chromosome is sex chromosome. But the sex chromosome present in the male is similar XX and sex chromosome present in the female is XY. Sex chromosome present in the male is XX and sex chromosome present in the female is XY. How? When the zygote is formed by the fertilization, it undergoes mitotic division and form embryo. And embryo is pushed towards the uterus. Around the embryo, a round membrane is formed that is called as the blastocyst. Under the blastocyst, the embryo start developing. An organ called placenta is formed for supplied food material during the growth in the uterus. Embryonic development is completed approximately within the 9 months after the date of fertilization. In this way, new baby is born after 9th month. You know that some people says that the female is responsible for the male or female child, but according to science, male male has two chromosomes, sex chromosome X and Y in pair, and female has only XS chromosome in pair. If male's X combined with female's X, girl child is formed. If male's X chromosomes, Y chromosomes is combined with the female's X chromosome, then the child is male, boy. In this way means man is totally responsible for the sex of the dear child. Okay, thank you.